posted the news yesterday that the Election Commission has filed an affidavit with the High Court of Chennai, Madras, stating that soon the SIR operations will be initiated in Tamil Nadu. And I'm also happy that I'm able to participate in this conclave. And thanks to my party leader, Honorable Member of Parliament, H. Tamil, and the organizers for this opportunity. Discuss or address with you is, why should we the people say no to the special intensive revision of our voter rolls? If you ask me, should there be a revision with regard to the electoral rolls, I would say yes. But at the same time, then why we say no to this SIR? It is because we have been talking about electoral reforms for more than decades. And the Election Commission has been implementing many changes and many ways and means of conducting the elections. But every time it comes up with an idea or with an arrangement with regard to the conduct of elections, they say one thing and it turns out to be another thing. Our Member of Parliament, when he was speaking, he was talking about the way which elections used to happen. Earlier, say before 2 or 3 decades, because I am now 53 years old, but I have been into this electoral process or elections right from my 10 years. I have been a person who used to write the booth slips. Now the slips are being given by the Election Commission to the voters. But those days we used to get the electoral roll from the Election Commission or the people who are in charge of the elections, conducting elections, and we used to write the slips. We used to write the slips and we used to distribute to the each and every voter. Then at the same time, the revision of electoral roll was done by political party workers, and I would like to mention one thing very specifically. With regard to the election process and the way how the elections are being conducted and the knowledge about the elections, the method of elections, I will proudly say the political parties and people in Tamil Nadu, they are well versed with the electoral process, be it the old process or even now the electronic voting machine. I would like to mention just a single thing which still holds good, that elections in Tamil Nadu are not tamperable, or they can't tamper the electoral process in Tamil Nadu for the single reason that the political parties here are well aware of the system. When an election is going to be conducted in a state, they bring in all the EVMs to that particular state, say a month or 45 days before the elections are going to be conducted. And then they have a process called sealing the EVMs. While they are going to seal the EVMs, they call all the recognized political party representatives to the place where the EVMs for the particular constituency are kept. And they are allowed to check each and every EVM. And after they finish checking the EVM, they put up a seal called pink paper seal. This pink paper seal is very, very vital with regard to the entire election process. And this pink paper seal, if it is correctly monitored and seen to that it is not tampered, you can ensure that the EVM is not tampered. So in Tamil Nadu, last elections what we did in which election I contested, say there are about 300 booths in a particular constituency, the Election Commission allots about 500 EVMs to that particular constituency. We had 25 people who are exclusively advocates for each constituency. These 25 advocates were assigned 20 machines each. So they went and did the mock poll. Then while the pink paper seal was being kept, these advocates signed in that, they had their signature on the pink paper seal. And when this was verified or counter checked to us, after the entire process was over, that is, these EVMs would be dispatched from this place to the concerned electoral booths. Then in the concerned electoral booths, the polling would happen. Then after the polling is over, they will seal it. Then from that place, they will take it to the place where the votes are going to be counted. And there they are going to keep it in the strong room. Then after 10 or 15 days, when the counting is going to start, That time they'll again break open the seal of the strong room and then they pull out this EVM and then they'll again bring it to the table where the counting is going to happen. And now at this juncture, what we did was, we gave each and every agent who went for counting the specimen signature of these 25 advocates. So any agent, when a box is going to come or EVM is going to come, the first thing he would do was he would check the pink paper seal. He will see whether any of the signature matches with the 25 advocate signature. If it is going to match, then it is confirmed that this machine has been checked. So why I am trying to say this is, the way elections are being conducted, it is not that all over the country people are well aware of the electoral process or the EVM, the way the EVM functions, or for that matter even the VVPAT. And our MP had said that VVPAT only in cases where there is some dispute is arising, it is found. It is not done like that. I would like to put the way it is being done. For example, in Tamil Nadu, the Assembly Council, they check 5 VVPATs. And how these 5 VVPATs are checked, it's really a mockery of the electoral process. These machines, the VVPATs, the 5 VVPATs are chosen by the election returning officer. It is his choice to choose these 5 VVPATs. And what is generally happening is, the entire process is over, and what they do is they take this VVPATs and the corresponding machine, even if it is not going to match with the numbers in the VVPAT and the machine, they'll just say it matches and they'll finish off the counting and they're giving the declaration certificate. This is what is happening. So, as I said earlier, each time the election commission comes up with an arrangement or with a change in the electoral system or electoral process, when it's going to be implemented, they give you a picture as though the whole system is going to be very genuine, or the electoral process is going to be very, very genuine. When you had a doubt with the electronic voting machine, they said VVPAT will be introduced. And they said, whichever symbol you are going to vote for it, that slip is going to come and we are going to count it. But the VVPAT now has no importance, or it has no reference with regard to the way the elections are being conducted. And now coming back to the special intensive revision, as I said, in Tamil Nadu particularly, and more particularly in Chennai, I have been following up with the elections. What has happened in Chennai is, particularly in Chennai is, earlier, the Chennai voter base was mostly, or you say 80 to 85%, it had the voters genuinely who are residents of Tamil Nadu. I am not talking Tamils. They are residents of Tamil Nadu who have been living here for more than 25 years. But now what has happened is, even a person who is in Tamil Nadu for 6 months, or say 1 year or 2 years, he is able to get into the electoral roll. And what impact this has brought is, a person who doesn't understand the geography of this state, who doesn't know what is needed for the state or what the significance of the state is concerned, he is being given the power to vote. And sometimes, particularly in Chennai, you even have the people who are not perfectly related to the state, they outnumber the people who belong to the state. And again, I reiterate, it is not, I am not talking anything Tamils or non-Tamils, it is the people of the state. So when this danger is there, people like us think you definitely need a revision of voter rolls. But now, why this SIR is not needed is, the way it is being happening, the way election commission has been functioning, the way election commission has been implementing things, and when I say election commission, particularly the way it has been functioning in this particular government, this BJP government, how election commission has been made as an organ of this government or organ of the political party. So at this juncture, it is very, very important that this SIR, it is not just a threat to the political parties' fortunes. It is a big threat to the democracy. This democracy lies in the single tagline that one man, one vote, and that one man, one vote is immaterial or invariably, whoever it is, whatever position he is, his value is one with regard to the voting pattern is concerned. Now even that voting right is going to be taken away from the ordinary man or the common man. When this is going to happen, this is going to be a very, very big attack on the democracy, and that is the reason we are all against the implementation of SIR, particularly at this juncture. SIR would definitely earmark, or it will take away the rights of the people whom they want to take away. So instead of being one man, one vote, their man or their person will be having vote, and whomever they think they are not their person, that person will be losing their vote. So this is the main reason that we are opposing the SIR. And as far as our party is concerned, the Vidudalai Sittal Katchi is concerned, our political party's leader, Honorable Member of Parliament, H. Thamizhar Thol Thirumaavathavan, he was a very strong person who had battled against this EVM, and particularly even the recently concluded parliament elections. We had a drive throughout the state. We had taken a propaganda to the people that we need the whole system of ballot sheet and not this EVM, and we had explained to the people why we don't need this EVM. As you all know, when we talk about convenience with technology, any technology is prone to attack. Technology is when the technology is going to improve, the ways and means of tampering it also improves and makes easier. Earlier, looting a bank was a physical task. It needed much of physical labor. But now, taking away your money from a bank, it's just you're going to sit in a place and you're going to do it. Tamper it with technology. So likewise, even this EVM, we had issues with this this electoral process. As our MP had said, you had booth capturing, you had many issues, but they were all clearly evident and you could see it. If there's an incident where the booth capturing is happening, you at least know that booth capturing has taken place. But you don't know now whether your vote had been cast to the party or the candidate for whom you cast. What is the guarantee that the vote has gone to that particular candidate is a big myth now. You're not sure. So the election commissions, this particular SIR, they have done whatever they wanted in Bihar and West Bengal. Now they are trying to do this, particularly in the southern states. Their only intention is not to actually have a free and fair electoral process, but they want to manipulate, they want to tamper the process. And one thing I need to mention and thank people like our Prabhakar sir. We are all from a political party and political organization, and we come out and we exercise our duties or we do certain programs to save democracy. But it is really appreciable that people like him have come out as a single person. He may be a single person, but he has garnered the entire nation's attraction towards him and support towards him by speaking what is true, particularly in context of the 2024 elections. He was a very vital person. The India bloc alone didn't stop the BJP's complete victory which they planned with their ways and means. It was people like Prabhakar Rao who had stopped that. So even now, we have faith that people like him would support this and stop the Election Commission of India's SIR activity so that the democracy of this country would be preserved. And to be precise, the SIR which the Election Commission has proposed now is definitely against the welfare of the people or even against the democracy. And for this single reason, though we feel that revision is a must and it is a general process. Every time the elections are going to be conducted, you definitely need a revision. So people will be shifting, people will be moving from places. It's all understandable. But this special revision, special intensive revision, SIR, is highly against the welfare of the people and welfare of the democracy. And in that context, we severely condemn this and we are against this SIR. And I would like to give an open call. It is not just we are going to have meetings in halls and having people who know about certain things, practices which are happening in the electoral system. We need to take it to the masses and take it to the people, because the people need to understand SIR is not against any particular party or against any particular leader. The SIR is against their democratic right and it is against their right to vote. This has to be taken to the people, and in that mission we have already started it, and we will be expecting people like you, and we are also ready to support people like you who are going to take up this. I thank you very much.